here with Southland Goldens. I've got Frankie here. Want to run through his training, and then we're going to talk a little bit about Frankie, but I just want to show you what he knows first, and then we'll kind of talk and go over that. So, we've got hand signals. We've got Frankie, come. Good boy, Frankie. We're going to go over here. We're going to say, Frankie, come. Sit. Good boy, Frankie. Good boy. So when we drop our hand, we're going to do like this. Frankie, come. Nope. Frankie, come. Good boy, Frankie. You saw he got distracted, so I asked twice. I'll go over that in just a second. Got Frankie, crate. Good boy. Stay. And hold our hand like a stop sign. Stay. Not going to go very far. We're going to come back and pay him. Stay. Stay. Frankie, come. Good boy, Frankie. Frankie, down. Good boy, Frankie. Frankie, place. Good boy. Frankie, crate. Good boy. Stay. Good boy. Stay. Frankie, come. Good, and sit. Good, and down. Good. Frankie, place, and down. Good boy. Stay. So Frankie now is on his place board. Now we can talk and carry on a conversation. Frankie knows when he is in this place and he's laying down, he's to be patient. He's to allow me to have a conversation, to not be running around. He knows that he is just to stay here until he hears a cue that I release him, which I'll tell you what that is in a minute, but I don't want to release him right now, or I ask another command of him. Frankie is very patient. He is very, very good at this. He's not eager to get up. You'll hear me clicking. Basically, I'm marking a behavior saying, hey, Frankie, you're doing exactly what I'm asking of you. You're going to get paid. You're going to get rewarded for this. So he's listening for that right now to know, hey, I'm doing what I'm supposed to. I'm being a good boy. So I want you to work on this when he comes home. I know you're coming to see him, and we're going to go over all of this. Sometimes the dogs do great when people come over and, you know, all the excitement. Sometimes they're like kids. They freeze. They lock up. So I want to do a video so you'll see kind of what I'm talking about, how he works, and the hand signals that we use. So I'm going to go over those with you. So when we tell Frankie place, we're going to point at our place and have him stay there, okay? We're going to tell him down, and when he gets in the down position, we're going to click and give him a treat. Good boy, Frankie, good boy. Now, what you'll see when I do my commands like crate, I'm going to go, Frankie, Frankie, crate. Sweet time. When he goes in there, I'm going to click and I'm going to reward him. For our stay command, we hold our hand up like a stop sign and we say stay. I want you to take 1, maybe 2 steps away at first. Go back and pay him. We want Frankie to know stay. We want him to know that, hey, I trust that you're going to come back and you're going to reward him. He doesn't need to be eager to, okay. Okay just means he can do it every once in a while. We don't want him to be so eager to get to you. A lot of times when people put a dog in a stay position, they stay and the dog is always going to come to them. So what we want to do is we want Frankie to know, hey, stay, and we can go off and we can do something and know that he's still going to be there and we're going to come back and pay him for that. Now I'm just going to let him lay here while we talk a little bit, but for sit, if you look back in the beginning of the video, we hold our hand up like a fist, just like this. This means sit. When we go like this, this means down. When we go like this is an invitation to come. We want him to come all the way to us. We want his head or nose or something to touch our hand. The reason for that is if we ever are in a situation that, hey, we're somewhere, cars are going by, Frankie's got off his leash or something, and we need to get him to keep him safe, it's an emergency, we want to be able to come and call him to come all the way to us and have him be used to touching our hands. So in that case, we can grab his collar. So we don't want to always quick and reward him for come just as he gets halfway, because if there's, an emergency where you're trying to get to Frankie, you're going to be a little worried and kind of freaked out, so you might be chasing after him to grab it, but we don't want to startle him and him go the other way. So we want him to know the come when call command means come all the way to you, so you can touch him and you can give him a reward. Frankie is so good right now, he thinks he's supposed to be laying there because I'm carrying on a conversation. You can come. Frankie, come. So you're going to see Frankie's going to come all the way over to me before I click. Do the same thing right here. Frankie, come. If he goes to get distracted, whoops. You want your belly rub? Slightly spoiled. He loves his belly rub. Well, I was going to give you a treat. I wasn't meaning to rub your belly. Come here. Frankie, come. See, he comes all the way. His head touches. Good boy. Frankie, place. And down. Good. He knows that he has to lay down when he's on his place board. So we've got stay. We've got come. We've got sit. Place we're going to point. And crate we're going to point. Okay? A little things about Frankie. Frankie's eating about 3/4 to a cup in the mornings at 7 a.m. Same thing for dinner time. About 3/4 to 1 cup. He's about ready to go up to a cup. And that's at 5:30 p.m. So he's eating his meals at 7 a.m., 5:30 p.m. We're filling our treat bag up with his food. I don't use any treats. I don't do anything like that. It's all puppy food. Frankie loves Christmas trees. Frankie, nope, place. It's just so fun to be on. And that was my fault, because I didn't tell him to stay. So he wasn't in any kind of command, so stay. What was I saying? Oh, so we're filling up our treat bag with about a cup of food, and I want you to use that for training. It is better to train before meals, if you can, in the beginning, because that is when Frankie is going to be the most eager to learn, the most eager to get his treats. He's got to get used to you guys, so when they come home, they do take a step backwards in training. It does happen. This is Frankie's first time that he's not going to be with me or our other trainers or here at our home. It's a whole new world for Frankie. So he's going to take a step back, especially as laid back and chill as Frankie is. He might not work for you right off the bat. If that's the case, I want you to train before meals. Train before you feed him breakfast if you can. Train before you feed him lunch. Our goal is to have about 4 10-minute training sessions, if possible, throughout the day. If you're not going to train, you do need to feed him lunch, about 3/4 cup. But what I do with training, you'll see I'm just giving him one little piece. At max, I'll give him 2, but not a lot for each thing that I ask. I don't want to fill him up with treats and foods and all that. When I say treats again, I'm referring to just his puppy food. But I'm clicking here and paying him for being such a good boy. Okay, for potty training. No, he's not potty trained. I get asked that all the time about training. I wish at this age they could be completely potty trained. It's just not possible. He's still a baby. He's going to have accidents. So rule of thumb is typically you've got 1 hour per month of age that a puppy can hold it. So he's 3 months old. Frankie can make it about 4 hours in his crate right now. With his crate, he's got just enough room to be able to stand up, turn around, and lay back down. We don't want this massive, luxurious sweep for a crate where Frankie can go off to this side, go to the bathroom, and then come back up here and go back to sleep. Because if that's what he's got, that's what he's going to do. I know. Sorry. You got to get the small room first and then get up to the big space. I will scratch your belly. I will scratch your belly. So 4 hours max right now. You're going to set an alarm. You're going to let him out. A couple nights go by. No accidents for Frankie. Back that clock up about 15 minutes. Keep heading that direction until he's completely potty trained. As far as in the house, so in the beginning, I want you to take Frankie out every 2 hours to go to the bathroom. He might not go every time. We're going to take our clicker, we're going to take our treats. We're going to tell him, go to the bathroom. When he goes, we're going to click, we're going to reward Frankie. The reason for this is, I wish you faced this way so they could see you. I wish you faced this way so they could see you. There you go. There you go. The reason for that is we want Frankie to know where the potty spot is at your house. So we're going to take him out there, we're going to click, we're going to reward him for going to the bathroom. Also, in a house when he comes home, don't give him free run of the whole house. It's too much space. It's hard for him to say, okay, where do I go? It's going to get confused. So we want to start out with a small area, not a crate or anything like that. You can have like a fenced off area part of your house that he's got enough room to kind of, you know, play, but also not get into anything unsafe like that. That's going to teach him, he's not going to want to go to the bathroom there, because that's where he plays and that's where he's running around. So you're going to take him outside. You're going to take him to where he needs to go. Tell him to go to the bathroom. You're going to click, praise him. Will not take him long to realize where he's supposed to go at your house, because they do take a step back in training. They do take a step back in potty training the first couple days when they're in their new home. Just all new to them. It's just part of it. Frankie is super smart. I will say, like I've talked about with you guys, Frankie is very laid back. So sometimes when Frankie is done working, that's it. Frankie's done. He doesn't want to do anymore. So we don't want to overdo him. Now this is going to get better with age. He's just not the puppy that's just jumping up on you and just going crazy. He wants to sit right there. He wants to be praised. He wants to be petted. He just wants his belly rubbed. He's just a really sweet, laid back little guy. If you have any questions about Frankie when he goes home with training, anything, I'm happy to help. You're more than welcome to give me a call. We can FaceTime. I'll answer any questions. We'll see you guys here in a couple days, but I did want to do this video just so you could see. And again, just for training purposes, our commands are come. We drop our hand right here. We have Frankie come all the way to us. This, our fist, is sit. This is down. We point to a place. We point to a crate. And we tell him to stay like this. With stay, we go back and forth to reward him. You can always call him to come and release him, but we always want him to trust that when we tell him to stay, we can walk over here and do something, and we're going to come back and reward Frankie. I see that tail. I see that tail. You thought, I'm not going far. He gets so excited when I come back, don't you, big guy? Don't you? All right, guys, well, we'll see you in a couple of days.